Hey everyone, we're going to start today's update with a quick walkthrough. This is me coming into the fish room from the garage or workshop. There's the fish room. And this is where I'd be coming in from if I'm coming from upstairs. This is the utility room. I have my furnace, my water heater, all my drain hoses, my floor drains in there, my water source for the tanks, shelf with towels and just other stuff, storage in there. In the main fish room, I've got the majority of the tanks. Just another quick view of all the tanks. There's 18 in total in the 5-foot by 9-foot fish room here. A look at all the food we use, some of our other tanks. That's the pea puffers. L100 plecos. Tank in the office. Now we're gonna look at some of the fish. These are the newest pair of cichlids that we got. They are the Vieja birdori. Got them from a friend of ours. His name's Mike. And he grew them out from fry, actually. Now they're beautiful young adults. That's the male. And the female's the darker looking one. In breeding dress, both the male and the female get dark like that. I'm hoping for a spawn from these guys in the near future. They were also bred by Jim Cummings. He's the one who we got our other fry from. And our grow out Vieja birdori, they're still doing well. There's a shot of one of the smaller ones. I think we have 5 grow outs. We got the Convict pair back from Corey at Corey's Cichlids. He's going a different direction with the fish room, so we were happy to take him back. The female birdori stole the show a little bit. There's some of the Convict fry from our spawn in October. Big Poppa's now the biggest guy in the fish room again. We got rid of Shrek and Fiona. We sent them over to Corey's. He had a 180 for them to be able to stretch out in, so that's what was needed. Big Poppa's got a ton of character still. No shortage. We still have lots of red devil fry growing out. I'd estimate probably 200 fry, and the largest one's about 2 inches now, and already almost fully orange. The smallest ones are still only about ½ an inch, so there's a pretty big variance between the fry. You can see here when I zoom in. Very active, very aggressive eaters, fast growers. I'm gonna have to start taking the larger ones out to avoid cannibalism. The larger ones go after some of the smaller ones after a while. Next, we're going to look at the Texas cichlids. So these are the green Texas, the carpintis, and they're doing the mating dance. I currently have a spawn from these two. Shortly after they did this little ritual here, they laid eggs. They're in a spot where I can't really see, so I'm just counting the days. Hopefully I'll be able to see some free swimmers in the next three days or so. Pretty cool to catch them doing this mating ritual. Our fry from the November spawn are doing well. They're at about 1/2 inch. We've got about 12 days till our next club meeting where we can bap these ones. This is the first time breeding or spawning for us. Also happy to report that the Feste, the red terrors, have spawned. The pair started to eat the fry when they were wigglers. I think it was just the female. So I pulled some of the wigglers and I have them in the egg tumbler now. I think there's about 8 or 9. These are F1 Feste, so the fry will be F2s. After months of keeping the fish and them showing spawning behavior, they finally laid some eggs. The female got really aggressive the day before and almost beat the subdominant male. So I had to remove him. And then sure enough, the next day there was eggs. It was cool when the eggs were hatching. I caught the female taking the wigglers and putting them in this pot that was upright there. She tossed them in and the wigglers stayed at the bottom of the pot. And that's how I was able to remove them. I removed the pot. The pair were looking really good for a few days in their spawning dress. Hopefully the next spawn they do a little better job of parenting. But I was happy to recover some fry nonetheless. There they are in the egg tumbler. Worked well for the umbies, so I tried it again for these, and so far so good. The Argentea are growing nicely, looking very good. Still very young, so no sort of pairing or anything from them, but there is a dominant male starting to show himself. The Severum pair seem to be doing well. The female started to fatten up and seems to be conditioning up to put some eggs down soon, so I'm hoping for maybe a spawn from them in the near future. They've hung out together since I've gotten them, but recently it's been a little bit different. The female's been aggressive towards other fish and whatnot. My wild male umbie's coming along nicely. He's getting to probably about 7 or 8 inches now in length. It's hard to say. Eats everything, shows off. He's got a lot of character too. Hopefully he has as much aggression as the F1 that I used to have that is now in Corey's care. That fish had tons of personality. Just the tank requirements at the time just didn't work for me. And we still have the Guppies. We have most of our males here. We have the half black blues. We have this red, white, and blue Endler. As well as the orange and blue grass guppies and the blue lyre tail guppies. We keep the females in a separate tank. We recently got fry from the blue lyre-tail guppies. And then when we have fry that come in the mixed female tank, we just put them all together and sell them as mixed fancy guppies. And this is a video of them here. We also got a bunch of cool looking patterned mystery snails in our last batch. Gonna keep those aside and see what we can do with them. The orange Australia Killies are doing fine. They have this 5-gallon tank to themselves. There's the female. The male seems to swim around a lot more than the female. These are our first killifish, so it's kind of cool seeing them. Our crystal red shrimp are doing well. Still no fry in the tank, but I did see the females buried not long ago, so hoping for some action soon. It's hard to get a good video of them, they hide a lot. There's the fry when they were in the incubator a few weeks ago. There they are now, growing strong in a 10-gallon tank. And a few more videos of our grow outs. There's a red devil, red terrors, convicts, zombies, birdori, a good assortment of cichlids growing out. Up next we have our snails, and I'm going to let our daughter introduce those. Baby snails in there, hey?
Yeah, I love them!
So we have the gold mystery snails. As well as these gold ones that have black spotting on them. They all came from these parents. Again, there's a few tanks that we weren't able to show, but if you have any questions about fish you didn't see or ones that you did, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Until next time, thanks.